This is our Sunday afternoon in the park along the trail. Just the sounds alone. Yeah, we hear this 7 days a week. From 7 a.m. to whenever they want to quit. These days, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And what they're building is they're planking right through that water body. I think they're calling it a wetland. It sure does look like a water body to me. And here's the other dirty plank hauler. You know, with all that nice black grease all over it. Or they can pick up a bunch of them at a time. Using that absorption pad plank for grading. You know, that absorption pad that absorbs all the oils and grease, you know, that land on it every time he spins around in that machine. Potential grease falls off onto those pads, as they're calling them absorption pads or planking. And then they tip it up on end and all of it falls off into the wetland, and then he squashes it in with that grading action. Bottom line, it's going to get squashed in anyway because they're going to put them on top of it and then drive this heavy shit over our wetlands, claiming to protect it from the grease and oil and leaks that come from these machines. they were to do this over top of concrete, the concrete would all be cracked up, because these machines, I believe a machine like this weighs somewhere around 50,000 pounds, you know. And here soon, he's going to go to pounding on these things, and we woke up to it many times. Let me pause this. Get the dust down there from the machine bringing in the logs. Here he comes. Look at the dust and the black smoke. The planking looks to be about 4 layers high for them to go through here, so I'm going to assume they're 8 inches, so that water's around 3 foot deep that they're going through, somewhere thereabouts. You know, it may only be 3 deep. That would be 24 inches. So they're 2 or 3 feet deep in the water, running this big dirty equipment in and out, and our DEP is okay with it, because those boards are not full of grease or anything. But anyway, see if I can get a shot of him pulling through that dust up there. See, he goes on up there and runs up to the front road. But what he's next to right now is senior citizens, you know, 55 and plus mobile home RV park, where everything they've got is right there. And look at the dust bloom that they're creating today. It actually been awoken. Look, this guy can't see. Just the sounds alone are scary, especially first thing in the morning, you know? We really want to wake up to that every day. Looks like it might be quitting time, maybe. What is he doing now? Yeah, they flip them over, so you never know whether the dirty end or the clean end is coming or getting into the water. And if these are really called the absorption pads, they absorb a lot of stuff, yeah. But then they flip them over, and believe me, occasionally that dirty one ends up in that water. A little highway maintenance, I guess. The highway across our wetlands. The vines have got me. Yeah. What do you think he would do to concrete or a house? And look at the dust coming up off of those boards. You know, what's in that dust? Could it be oil, grease, of that nature? That's tied up in that dirt and dust? And what goes up must come down. You know, and it comes down in this water. I mean, I can see it all over the top of the water now. You see, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but it's dusty, dusty water. It's alright, I can't just reach out there like, these guys are spinning around. I don't really want them to see me over here. The sounds alone. You know, and this pounding is going on here. At the compressor station, they're putting in these large concrete pylons that are in one of my previous videos. And they don't think all this pounding might cause a sinkhole. You know, Mosaic just had theirs. You know, that was just a retention pond, as they call it, that happened to cave in. Straight to the aquifer it went. So this backhoe operator really doesn't understand the total risk at hand. You know, I don't wish that on anybody. But they do happen, and this is a very well known. I had a home that had one open up in the neighbor's backyard, right down the street from where I'm at. But this is a good place to do this. And I don't wish this pipeline on anybody. We must stop the fracking. We've got to ban the fracking in order to stop the pipeline. No fracking, no need for pipeline. It's pretty simple. You know, and none of this would be happening if we didn't allow fracking. Another load of planks come in, man, and I missed the dirt. I can't hear him coming in over the other one. Just look at the grease and stuff on the sides of these machines. And they would say, oh, it's mud, but look at all that grease around them hydraulic hoses up there. You know, right up in that area. Look at all the blackness. It's grease, man. And all around every one of those pins, that guy just greased. And what that does is pump out old grease. And he may wipe it off, or it may drop off on that absorption pad and end up in our wetland. I was in too much view. They're not paying attention to me at all. Can't see. The dust. I'm gonna catch him this time coming back. Look at that dust cloud. You know, like I said, fortunate today that is going away from the mobile home park and away from my face. But I can only imagine, you know, how then people feel locked up in their house to stay away from the dust and the noise that's happening on a Sunday. You know, I mean, it's a beautiful day other than that cloud of dust and all this noise. But you show what it does to the water. You know, it's not a pretty thing anymore. They just squashed it all down, claiming to be protecting it. You know? And how did all the squash down out here happen? Yeah, the destruction, man. All to put this planking in. And the water's strange color looking. It's got a bunch of hazy dust on the top of it on the other side of them. Oh, look at all the dust on the planks, you know, the dirt, the dust. Sounds like he's headed back this way. We should see a dust cloud pretty soon. Yeah, you can kind of see it building coming this way as he travels. Here he comes.